Hello, loves. Welcome into your timeless mythos reading at Soulfire Tarot. Today's spirit archetype who chose to come through for us is Mehen of the Egyptian pantheon. Mehen's message for you today is that you are held and protected on every level. We're going to get deeper into that with this reading, but let's get started. If you are new here, welcome. I am Christina. I'm a doctor of Chinese medicine and an intuitive channel, and I'm here with a general reading. This is primarily channeled for my subscribers. Y'all, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so delighted with what we're creating together. But listen, if this is your first time in, you are so welcome here. And you found this reading and clicked on it because there is a message here for you. You were called in for a reason. So listen in until you get the message that is yours. Do be aware, though, this is a group message, okay? So not every part is going to be for every person. Just take the part that is for you. Leave the parts that are not. Those are for someone else, and that is just as it should be. There's something for every one of us in these channeled messages. When something here does resonate for you, please like the reading. Claim the energy. You have to claim it to bring it into your lives, okay? Life is an active process. Like the reading, claim the energy, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. That's going to ask and call spirit in to attune to you in future readings. Now, let's take a deep breath in the nose, out the mouth. Let's tune in with our intuition and see what Spirit has to share with us today. So we have here this energy of Mehen, and this is my first time connecting in with Mehen of the Egyptian pantheon. So the story of Mehen, Mehen was connected to Ra, the sun god, okay? So this is a serpent deity, a divine serpent who coils. You see this coiling here. So here's Ra, here's this divine red all-seeing eye energy, and here's Mehen coiling around Ra as Ra descended into the underworld each night. There was actually, I want to call it a chaos serpent, Apophis, who actually tries to swallow the sun at night and halt its rebirth. And so Mehen wraps like a living shield around Ra in order to protect him so that he can return and be reborn. When Ra is reborn, Mehen dissolves. Mehen stands beside or between order and dissolution, absorbing the chaos so that creation, so that order, so that light and good can endure. And then when Ra rises reborn, Mehen dissolves again. The protection has been fulfilled. Mehen is egoless, ever present, but disappearing except when needed. So you see here, Mehen is a guardian serpent energy. And of course, throughout most cultures, serpents represent divine feminine, that primordial goddess energy, healing, safety, containment, cyclical renewal. This is also our inner stillness, our allowing of unseen forces that keep life moving on its path. Really, though, we are seeing here this sacred boundary, this circle of protection that holds you through the night of the soul until the dawn arrives again. This is about invisible guardianship. This is about the spiritual forces moving around you, moving within you, shielding you from what you cannot yet see or fight yourself. This also teaches you when necessary to coil inward, to conserve your energy, to guard your sacred space, and let stillness guard what matters most to you. Not all battles are yours to fight, my love. Sometimes what we need most is to surrender to being held in our own internal process. So this card is a deep reminder that you are not alone in the dark. The divine is always wrapped around you, is always watching you, protecting you, and keeping chaos at bay until your sun rises again. So one more time, remembering our message, our channeled message, you are held, you are protected on every level. And here we have a Knight of Swords, this fast-moving, quick-thinking, absolutely fearless and brave energy. You see here, this knight is braving the briar patch, almost like the Sleeping Beauty story of willing to charge into danger in order to protect and save. And then we have here the King of Wands, this energy of being the entrepreneur, the master of our domain, a natural born leader, our vision, our honor. So we are protecting our vision. We are protecting our honor. We are protecting our passion. And let's see what our other cards have to share. Interesting. So interesting. It's 18. Okay, so that's judgment. Oh, I'm sorry, not judgment, the moon. Okay, so we have here the Seven of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the moon in the reverse, and then the King of Wands. And here in this idea of you are held and protected on every level. Seven of Cups has to do with a lot of choices or options, but also it can be illusion. Traditionally, Seven of Cups really was about like Aladdin's cave. And so we see here this daydreaming, this looking at all of this possibility and potential, but there may be something dark behind it, something hidden. There's the moon in the corner here, and there's one spilled cup. So it's this idea, it might be wishful thinking. It could be, seeing opportunities, seeing choices, but there might be something that is a little bit unseen that we're not sure of. It's like there's lots of choices, but be sure you don't get taken in. Be sure that, sort of like a buyer beware energy, or what is it, caveat emptor. So it's this idea that we must look behind the veil. It's our responsibility to really understand what we are choosing. And then here we have, I was thinking that this was the Two of Pentacles, and I don't know why I thought that this is the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Coins energy it's about hard work, productivity, manifestation, conservation. Pentacles is very slow moving. And it's interesting. You see this knight is flying, but is also anchored down, is rooted down. So this knight now this is fascinating. We have the slowest moving knight in the deck right next to the fastest moving knight in the deck. So this energy is really this like idea and movement toward finding our stability, finding our vision as we come to this King of Wands later in the deck. It's about allowing the seed of what we want to see to manifest, to bring in, to develop our skills, to hone ourselves through our concerted effort, right? Into, as we look at this quick moving and the moon in reverse, it's like this knowing that will bring me to ruling my kingdom. And again, though, this is around this energy of being held and protected on every level. So allow yourself to take a pause, okay? Consider the options in front of you. Be aware that all isn't always exactly as it seems. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. You can then apply yourself diligently and the clarity of your mind. Of course, you can make it through. If we're fooled a little bit by something, we have the capacity to fight that. We have the capacity to overcome and outwit that, but also to take driven action to enable us to succeed and to really find the answer, to uncover the illusions. The moon is all about illusions and that which is hidden. And with these two together, you are protected. You are held and protected on every level from anything that might be hidden in your world right now, that might feel a little threatening as you are building this kingdom of your spirit and your life and moving yourself toward this ruler of your domain, this ruler of your vision, your vision of your spirit. This is like the energy of your honor, of the integrity, the fire, the drive of your spirit is being protected, held and protected at every single level in this situation. And I guess a little bit, I'm wondering, why do we need this reminder today? This reminder of this divine protection, of this safety in stillness, that the unseen forces are working around us every single day. Why do the viewers, why do my subscribers need to know about this protection? Why is this message coming in today? Now, I'm wondering if there's some doubt, if there are some old patterns of challenging thoughts or beliefs, or even just fears, like the fears and anxieties that the moon can really, represent for us. But we're going to finish this shuffle and then see what these clarifiers are for us today from Spirit. Okay. So already we have the Two of Wands in reverse. Okay. Who else do we have here? We have the Eight of Wands. Oh my gosh, this is all Wands energy. Okay. So Five of Wands is about a challenge. This is some kind of obstacle, some kind of challenge or conflict or tension within ourselves, where the Eight of Wands is about, it can be alignment or fast change. And it's like almost feeling misaligned. So like there is a challenge you're experiencing with being worried about whether you're properly aligned or not with, I think, your soul's vision, like with your highest and best accomplishment that the fire of your soul is looking for. And then Two of Wands in reverse, this again, personal goals. Possibly, maybe you're worried that you haven't planned enough. Maybe you're worried that you're not fully aligned yet with what you really want to accomplish. So you are held and protected on every single level. So I'm seeing that this is an internal process, okay? So I was talking a little about maybe external challenges. This is very much an internal process of a challenge with your connection, your real total knowing of your internal alignment, of your soul's, your movement toward your soul's vision in this lifetime, your soul's mission, if you will. And this sense, Two of Wands in the upright, it's all about this sort of open, many, many choices, this sort of open world progress, making decisions and future planning. And in the reverse, again, it's like a fear of the unknown or not feeling like you've planned enough, not being sure if you're aligned with your personal goals. So there's just this feeling of being unsettled about, is this right? Is this not right? Have I made the right choices? Have I not? Have I picked the right thing? Am I maybe going on a fool's errand in the wrong direction? But Mehen says to you, again, you are held and protected on every single level. You can trust. It is impossible to be off your soul's path. Did you know that? People talk all the time. They'll say, oh, they were off their path, but they're back on it now. That's not freaking possible. Every single step you take is your soul's path. You're either winning or you're learning, okay? You're either succeeding or you're learning. And that learning is a success. Just because it doesn't come in the way that you would most prefer in a moment, it is impossible to be off your soul's path because your soul is inhabiting this life. Every step you take is the path that you are meant to be on. So I'm going to see here, what is I have a new oracle deck, Contemplation. So allowing yourself in this process to be in stillness. So this Mehen energy talks about these boundaries, about stillness, about spiraling inward, not in like a thought spiral, but in a coiling your energy, like that kundalini coiling in your root chakra, understanding your safety, understanding your protection, and creating this inner connection, boundaries with the outside world, so that you can fully contemplate and feel your way into what is right for me. Is there something I've chosen that I'm not sure about? Now, is this my mind just bringing ideas and old anxieties in? Or is this maybe some wisdom from my body telling me I'm not actually sure that this was the choice for me? So, going into that contemplation is going to help you to feel very confident about this energy, knowing that you are again held and protected on every level as you undertake this process. I so hope this has been helpful for you, my loves. If any part of this resonated, drop a like and a comment, okay? It really helps me out and I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here and sticking through this reading. I am just so delighted to be sharing these channeled readings with you. And please be gentle with yourselves, okay? And I will see you in the next video.